boys are mature. They're seniors. Ricky is class president. Stuart is editor of the school paper. Danny just won first prize for biology.
That's the one that works.
This is it, this is it. This is life, the one you get. So go and have a ball. This is it, this is it. Straight ahead and rest assured, you can't be sure at all. So while you're here, enjoy the view. Keep on doing what you do. Hold on tight, we'll muddle through one day at a time, one day at a time.
Babysitter.
Babysitting.
Yeah, Jesus, watch it, will you? Been hitting me all night. Kids will be kids, you know. Come on, goddammit! Why don't you grow up, for Christ's sake?
Mackenzie Phillips was born November 10th, 1959, in Alexandria, Virginia, to mother Susan Adams and well-known musician John Phillips of the 60s group The Mamas and the Papas. As a child, she attended Highland Hall Waldorf School in California. Growing up in the household of a celebrity father in the 60s, she was surrounded by hippie culture. Mackenzie alleges that her father taught her how to roll joints when she was just 10 years old, and introduced cocaine to her at 11, as well as wild parties being thrown with other rock stars and celebrities at her home. All of these things would have serious consequences for Mackenzie later, but we'll circle back to that. At the age of 12, she got together with 3 childhood friends and formed a band. She was spotted by a casting agent named Fred Roos, and was cast as Doris in the small film Go Ask Alice. This led to an audition for George Lucas's 1973 film American Graffiti, where she won the role of Carol Morrison. Because she was underage, producer Gary Kurtz had to become her legal guardian while on set. 2 years later, in 1975, Mackenzie won the role of Julie Cooper on One Day at a Time. The show would become a big hit, but because of her upbringing, Mackenzie was already addicted to substances, and this new fame and money gave her the means to further that addiction. By the 3rd season of the show, Mackenzie had been arrested for disorderly conduct, and her drug problems were noticeable on set. During this time, she married her first husband, Jeffrey Sessler. Her problems on set continued, and she was ultimately fired in 1980 for showing up late and being incoherent at times. Her marriage to Sessler also fell apart, and the couple divorced. After leaving One Day at a Time, Mackenzie had 2 near-fatal overdoses that led her to check into Fair Oaks Hospital in Summit, New Jersey for drug treatment. She got clean for a short time, and even was invited back to the One Day at a Time show in 1982, but quickly relapsed back into cocaine abuse, even collapsing on set one day. She was fired permanently after that and written out of the show. Around this time, Mackenzie turned her focus to music. Her father was also in rehab at Fair Oaks Hospital when Mackenzie entered, and he persuaded her to reform the band The Mamas and the Papas. John Phillips was in rehab awaiting criminal narcotics charges, so after Mackenzie left rehab, they had to wait while that legal mess was sorted out. They began performing in 1982 as the new Mamas and the Papas. He called original band member and friend Denny Doherty and added Mackenzie and Elaine McFarlane as the 2 female members. At first, the band was praised for their impressive harmonies, but after tours of Las Vegas and Atlantic City, the group was losing money, and John Phillips called it off in August 1983. In 1999, Mackenzie co-starred in the Disney Channel series So Weird, playing a fictional rock star. In 2002, she appeared in the Disney movie Double Teamed, and guest starred in several other shows like Beverly Hills 90210, ER, Without a Trace, and Seventh Heaven. In 2009, Mackenzie Phillips put out a controversial autobiography called High on Arrival. It detailed her childhood and made some shocking revelations about it. As mentioned earlier, Mackenzie grew up around drugs, parties, rock stars, and a hippie upbringing. It's already clear that Mackenzie had drug abuse issues stemming from her father's encouragement when she was as young as 10, but there was something else, something even more sinister. Mackenzie alleges that her father, John Phillips, committed multiple acts of SA on her when she was as young as 11. She alleges he would get her high on cocaine and then assault her. She also alleges that on the night of her first marriage, that she woke up after blacking out to find herself having relations with her father. When she confronted him about him assaulting her, he responded casually, "Don't you mean we made love?" She also recounts how she lost her virginity at 18 to Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, whom she had known since childhood. He allegedly told her on that night that he had been waiting for her since she was 10. Today, Mackenzie Phillips seems to have gotten clean. She appeared on Celebrity Rehab in 2010, and then on A View that same year to discuss her recovery. She has had small roles in various things, and has even worked as a drug rehab counselor at the Breathe Life Healing Center in West Hollywood. Mackenzie's path is a familiar story in Hollywood for many childhood actresses, actors, performers, or even children of famous parents. Most fall into a cycle of drug abuse or alcoholism because of the environment, accessibility, pressure, and even abuse. I was a fan of the show One Day at a Time, and I'm glad to see that Mackenzie was finally able to seemingly conquer her demons and even go on to help others. It's both ironic and poetic that the role she's most remembered for has a title that has seemingly become a mantra for her life. One day at a time.